York, New Jersey.
Oh, yes.
In the early days, yeah.
When you had Meep hanging around.
Yeah.
You had
Chillin'.
Yes.
Chew. Like, back when everyone still, Asin was like,
Asin
was their
do
best
not
player.
forget
Right,
Asin.
Exactly, yeah.
That was Anti's road to fame, was when he ended up beating Asin. Yes.
Shoutouts to Clash of the Titans 4 once again.
Yep.
Chibo.
But that's what I love about this community, man. Going through nostalgia with everyone. Really just going back and reciting it like it's, straight out of a history book, for God's sake. Yeah. It's hysterical, man.
It's pretty true. Because, I mean, this is history, like just like in sports, It's very similar to team rivalries, player rivalries, etc. So,
no, we stopped it.
Very interesting to see the developing history of Smash.
No problem.
And now we've got the pinnacle of Meta Knight Dittos in this region.
Oh, man. And this is it. This is, you talk about national threats. You talk about the guys who, in my opinion, top the charts in New York, New Jersey. That's these two. They always put on a show. With Anti a little bit more relinquished from the scene as of right now.
Right.
And these two just absolutely on a tear. It's going to be interesting to see Apex this year because I'm pretty sure they're going to be leading the charge. And by there, I mean Nairo and Mew2King.
I mean, just look at last year's Apex results. These two were among the top placing Meta Knights, among the top placing players.
Oh, and I would never
what
say.
What did Nairo get? Fourth?
Yes.
Fourth. Yeah. So second
right below Meek and Echo.
Right.
Or no, Otori.
Meek and Echo got fifth.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mixing up Japanese players. My apologies.
All right, he's got him at the edge. Basically, whoever is standing on the stage while the other player is attempting to come back to it has the advantage in Meta Knight Dittos.
Yes, as always.
Yep, and whoever is below the other Meta Knight when juggling.
Now, it's always so interesting to see these two, though, because the radically different play styles always put on such an interesting showing. When you see Mew2King and his prowess and really dominating the game in his facet, or when Nairo is just rushing him down and catching Mew2King with no leg to stand on, it's just so interesting to see the consistent change of pace and the constant different play styles clashing.
I think the key difference between these two is that Nairo is like relentless aggression and Mew2King is calculated aggression,
yes.
right? So Nairo will just, no matter what you're doing, he's going to try to go for you and attack you. And Mew2King is like, okay, I'm going to do like these 3 moves in this sequence and then like try to cut off all your options by doing that. And if it doesn't work, then like does not compute.
Yeah, you know? Exactly. Then congratulations, you've broken the machine.
Right. Oh, the big damage. Glide attack to neutral air, but he didn't get anything after it. Oh, Nairo going so deep, just flying at him off stage.
And that's where you really end up seeing him catch Mew2King. He forces him into an opportunity right there. Mew2King looking at Nairo to counter the glide, but unfortunately...
Exactly. Nairo knows it's coming.
And that's what it is. It's the reaction and the response and the quickness of it, what really impressed me about Nairo. So quick to react.
He also is, like, as he's getting older and just smarter in general, more experienced, he's developed quite a good conditioning game.
Yeah.
Like that glide trick, he did it one time, he went all the way past it, but then the second time he's like, nah, son, you're not getting away with it this time.
And he caught the overcommit in, the milliseconds it opened up. He looked and waited to see at Nairo. The second he got any kind of orangey glow out of Mew2King, he was like, cut that down there, call it a day.
Yep. And with the epitome of spacing that this kid represents, he of course gets the tipper and knocks him out.
I would just love to see his aggro-ass flowchart. Could you imagine seeing Nairo's flowchart? Like if they fucked up here, then shuttle loop. If they fuck, it's got to be so entertaining to see because it's got to be so quick.
Yeah, you just don't get a chance to breathe. You literally don't get a chance to breathe. And but right now in this match, what Mew2King is doing is he's just kind of keeping Nairo in check. He's like, hey man, you want to come a little bit too far than you can actually get. A little further than you can actually get is what Nairo's trying to do. So as long as Mew2King puts up that wall, keeps a safe distance, establishes the true bubble of spacing, basically it's just forward tilts, grabs.
Yep.
Forward tilts, grabs. And if you guess the right option, if you guess which one he's going to do, then you got it, but...
How many times can you do it in a row?
It's Mew2King, exactly. How many times will you successfully read?
And as we say, really putting the leash on Nairo, because as of right now, Nairo reaching his neck out a little too far and getting yanked back as Mew2King, cutting off that ability to constantly run around stage and just create mayhem. He's really corralling him, controlling him, and making sure that Nairo's in the position Mew2King needs him to be in, if not reset.
Wow, that was an interesting little F-tilt before there. I would have expected Nairo's swing to be successful, but I guess, you know, if you swing first, you kind of lose. That's the mantra of Meta Knight Dittos.
And Nairo, after double, seeming to not miss a tech from that point on. As we saw in the first 15% of the match, he managed to tech one of Mew2King's bears. And unfortunately, though, that tech skill not coming in to shut it down. So Mew2King solidly taking game 1.
Yeah, that was really brutal, honestly, yeah. If Mew2King continues to play like this for the rest of the set, then I don't see it going any other way than in his favor.
Now, it should be interesting to see, though, because it can be such a change. Now that Vinny's out of the mix and the Ice Climbers are out for the day, it's really going to be, in my opinion, a Meta Knight-dominated bracket, because I don't know who else is going to come in. We just saw Vex get knocked out. We know that Vinny had gotten knocked out. Our ADHD got knocked out. All the guys.
Our top three are Bloodcross and these two, right?
Yeah, and exactly. The ones that we find normally corralling the Meta Knights are not present right now. The Meta Knights are running free.
Oh no, Nairo's on SD. Okay, good.
The Meta Knights are gliding free. They're shuttle looping everywhere.
Wow, so just as I said that, you know, I couldn't really see the set not going to Jason Mew2King after he played so beautifully game 1. This counter pick is really swinging the momentum back in Nairo's favor.
Well, and this is Nairo's counter pick. If I remember correctly, Apex 2012, wasn't this one of the big homes as to where he ended up being Neotono?
I think so.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because I remember very, very presently that Nairo on Frigate is definitely no one's best friend. He's done this many times. And then was that yet another tech?
I don't think he actually teched, but that was crazy by Mew2King picking that drill rush and last minute hitting. Wow. Very unorthodox, and Mew2King's not exactly an unorthodox style player.
No, definitely not.
Gets the power shield grab. Essential in the little ledge battles between Meta Knights. Just, you know, backing away, hitting spares.
And Nairo, unfortunately, got a little too greedy, got knocked off stage by Mew2King, and then as he tried to retreat, caught a shuttle loop.
Oh, missed spacing by Mew2King. I think he saw that tornado. He's like, oh, I want to try to put a shuttle loop through this, but
Didn't get
just a slight miscalculation. Yeah. Oh, Nairo tried to psych him out by not getting up. Mew2King just turned that into his block.
Yep. He caught him with a mean nair.
I love that little tornado trade. If you just trade the hit of tornado with the first hit of F-tilt, then you come out with frame advantage.
And man, oh man, Nairo is just dominating the stage this game. He has really controlled the pace and really forced Mew2King to the ledge. And as you said earlier, the Meta Knight with his feet on the ground versus the Meta Knight with his feet dangling in the air is the Meta Knight with advantage. So Nairo abusing every little facet of that.
Oh, very, very smart by Nairo. Just recognize, you know what, no option right now is better than the ground and shuttle loop to deal with this. I get some invincibility. Puts the hitboxes right where I need him to. And if he ducks low, it hits below me too. Stage is gonna flip, get off the ground. Yep.
Or at least that left edge.
Yeah.
That's the death zone right
Not where
there.
you want to be.
Made that mistake all too many a times.
Oh, Mew2King was very, very close to getting that that downer. All right.
Good job by getting his feet on the ground by Nairo.
Yeah,
Awkward and unorthodox mix-up, but definitely a way to get his feet back on the ground. Mew2King making sure that it didn't last too long.
Yeah, the slightly lowered ceiling, even though that was certain death anyway, he just died a little bit sooner than it looked like he normally should have. Oh, wow.
Great spot.
Mew2King with the, you see, like, normally that's like the scrub level reaction. It's like, oh, he rolled behind me, I'm going to spot dodge. But at this level of play, it's like, he would never spot dodge me if I rolled behind him, you know? So, of course, Mew2King picks the unorthodox, countercultural, you know, the counter option.
And that's what's so funny. These two guys are so well defined in their play styles that they need to get unorthodox because of how many appearances they've had against one another. You can't stick to your guns always, otherwise you start writing your own chapter and handing it out to other people to read.
And Mew2King has reassumed the lead already. It's been a very close game, though. These two have really been back and forth.
Man, and that's, you can tell the boiler is on right now. Mew2King looking to get into his mode. Nairo not looking to let him, but Mew2King already has got ledge control established.
I think if Mew2King just hung on there, he could have had it. If Nairo went under, I guess he would have lived. But.
Oh.
Wow, very nice by Mew2King. Psychs him out a little bit with the walk, you know. He's like, oh, I'm looking for an attack? Nah, I'm just going to grab. I like the close / mid-range game by Mew2King. He's really looking for a lot of Nairo's spot dodges and responding with spot dodges in like a, not a preemptive manner, but like a reactive manner.
Yeah, I definitely have to agree, and you can tell the space he's establishing against Nairo, it seems to be for his own reaction time. He wants to make sure that Nairo doesn't have that QCQ, close quarters up B as we just saw right there. He wants to really give himself ample time to read what Nairo's doing, catch an opportunity, and potentially kill him. So,
oh! Wow, Mew2King caught the he caught the front of that shuttle loop. Fortunately, he DI'd not terribly, otherwise he would have died.
Oh man, and this is getting so grindy right now as we're waiting to see who's going to get that final hit. Will up throw do it?
Yes, it will. Wow. That was a really tight game.
Yes. But Mew2King.
That was great to watch. That was really refreshing to watch. A lot of action, no clear winner throughout the whole match.
And that whole ending scenario there is something I live for. You know, because I play Squirtle that I shout it out all the time. But getting a high damage opportunity where you just start to put the pummels in and you can see another player just kind of put the controller down to DI for is always so outstanding because of the fact that, you know, if you keep pummeling, eventually they're going to start to mash. And if you catch them trying to mash, you get no DI on it. So you win, you get your cake, and you get to eat it too. Absolutely fantastic.
Yo, my favorite way around that is to hold the control stick up for DI and then just smash the other side of the controller.
Exactly. Yeah. But that's what I find funny about that technique is that it requires a counter technique to get around. Because so many people just give you those free pummels and it's like, stop. I have you grabbed and you're giving me more % to work with.
Wow, and Nairo has turned on the fire this game.
Yeah, and he needs to. After the last game, he opened up real feisty too, but Mew2King ground him out. So let's see if Nairo can take that early lead and just kind of strip Mew2King
wow,
of a
look
win
at how
here.
ballsy he is.
Yes.
He just swings down airs when he's about to land. He just runs off the stage to try to edgeguard a planking Mew2King.
Oh.
But unfortunately, bravery is rewarded with trips.
Yes. As I can smell that stink from here. It smells like Sakurai.
It smells like middle-aged Japanese man. Which actually probably is not too bad.
You say that now, but if you knew you were smelling a trip, no matter what it smelled like, you wouldn't be too happy about it.
Oh, nope.
But all right, so Nairo back off to a strong start yet again. Has the stock in his favor, and he's slowly starting to let that % rise on Mew2King. So let's see where he can take it. Mew2King.
Wow, nice read. He knew he was going to loop over the stage. Nair straight to the face.
And Nairo assuming battle stations as he finds himself hovering next to the edge to prevent Mew2King from getting home.
Just trying to latch onto some invincibility frames, but oh, now Mew2King has center stage. Oh man, it's literally just like the battle for center stage, the battle for the jungle position, and then after that, like 100 damage just occurs.
And it's so interesting to see the random footsies that go on. They just, like, you see it right now, they just can't find an opening. Any stray hit can potentially be it, and finding that stray hit is a nightmare in and of itself.
Both players really showing each other a lot of respect, just making sure to walk out of the ranges that they know each other are dangerous at.
And really showing their finesse with the character, so well aware of how to get around charged F smashes, how to deal with glide attack. You don't want to undercut it and assume that since they're top players you can't talk about it. But honestly, there are times where it's impossible not to talk about it. They're so well versed in this ditto.
Yeah, this matchup, honestly, no stranger to either of them. Mew2King used to be considered like untouchable.
Yes, you know? this was his realm.
And now, you know, Nairo, he's making it happen. Even though he's yet to win a game this set, he has won sets before, and he's keeping up. He's got a slight lead. Oh, wow! So sneaky, right through the top.
Yep.
Glide attack, which normally gets eaten right up by Tornado. Nairo, oh my god! Yo.
When he's on point and you see that ferocity in his eyes, the tech is not gonna be stopped. He's gonna make it.
He has, honestly, like, the technical prowess in this matchup. They're, like, both of them are extremely good, but, man.
Sometimes.
Oh, wow.
Sometimes you just almost forget.
Mew2King picked the right option, but Nairo just glided into the ground anyway, so it didn't really quite matter. Is he going to get anything out of the stage control?
As right now, he
No.
just traded it with Nairo.
Yeah,
Nairo.
exactly.
No, it is still low enough percent where I'd say that, you know, the trade-off wasn't the worst thing in the world. He will be able to get back on, but unfortunately the big problem I see is if Nairo gains this head of steam, and as we saw right there, almost got an edge hog, resulting in the end of this game.
Mew2King using a lot of fade backs from the edge. He doesn't want to be too reckless going for it. Oh, wow. Trades with grab armor.
And that was a gross roll. But Mew2King coming out on top of that shuttle loop.
If he hit that, that would have been it.
Was that single hit Bear to down smash?
I believe so.
Nasty. I love those single hit Bears. I never get over that. The strings I've seen come out of that and that 2011, 2012 really like evolution of those back air pieces are so impressive.
The Quezada family,
That's what it is.
It's the Gina combo. Oh, man. Just disrespects him. He's like, I know you can swing that third F tilt. I'm just going to grab right now.
Bougie as hell. No care in the world. I'm going to grab you. That's my job. Oh! Yeah.
No.
You felt that too? I felt
Yeah,
that right in my gut. I was like,
bloop, 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 bloop. Man. With game 3, very close to coming to a close. Oh, Nairo with the technical error. It looks like the down B was intentional, but he probably just wanted to land. Oh, no! Oh, I got so hyped.
Clean up an IL Max right now.
It is dead even. Oh, Mew2King smartly evading Nairo's trademark Nair in response. Yes, that's it. Oh, no, it's not. Too stale. Actually, if you tip her down there, I think it would have killed him. Nairo's going all the way under.
And Nairo really trying to find some kind of opportunity right now as M2K has walled him out.
Oh my God!
Wow, and that understage win that we see from Nairo. He says, let me take away your visibility and see if you can still fight me.
Wow. Mew2King was literally not on the screen when he got hit by that.
And Nairo was right next to the border. Like, that was ridiculous. That was absolute knowledge.
That was too much.
Woo! Man, oh man. Would have been a cute opener there. Nairo.
Wow. Nairo with the quick 30.
He's just got the needle and the thread that he just sews together these combos. I don't even realize that they're options, and he's just like, no, watch.
Yeah, like, oh no, you actually can keep comboing them.
You haven't seen my flowchart blanket. I'm not done with it yet. I'm still sewing it together.
Each square of the quilt made with
Yes,
love.
exactly. With the tears of top players.
Oh wow, Nairo just needs to tie his shoes this match, man.
Oh, man.
He's all over the place.
That Luigi soap shoe slipping company just sits there and soaps your shoes for you.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Wow, just using the weak hits of like half of his moveset, comboing them together. Nice dash dance by Nairo. He's like, yeah, Mew2King, I know the entire set you thought I was going to go in at exactly this timing, but now I'm just going to add like a split second to that and confuse the hell out of you.
Yep.
Wow, I love the run-off back air.
Yes.
Yeah, gets him a free cross-up, too, because, you know, he just, instead of moving through the air slowly as Meta Knight, he moves on the ground extremely quickly.
And Nairo securing first kill with relatively lower percent than we've seen throughout most of the set.
Oh, chases him deep with the dash attack. The basic mind game of the Meta Knight Ditto is really like perfectly exemplified with these guys. You know, basically bait the other guy into swinging a tilt first and then respond with a tilt of your own, or wait for him to like jump and fair and then snag him with a dash attack at the end. Or just wait for him to like whiff an F smash and punish it with dash attack.
Yeah, because any punish.
Or just run into his F smash and lose a stock. That's another option.
And it really is just a conversion on stray hits. These guys really make it look like any stray hit is a comboable move. I mean, to anyone watching at home, if you're sitting there struggling to do what these guys do, don't worry, it's not your fault. They're just correcting positioning consistently.
And I see that the read that Mew2King is exploiting the most on Nairo is that after he hits him, he's going to respond to the hit aggressively. So like instead of air dodging or like rolling away and stuff like most, you know, defensively minded players would do, when Nairo gets hit, he's just going to swing at you because he knows you're going to chase him. Like he will not stop the constant stream of attacks, which is, you know, what makes him so scary. He's overwhelmed the hell out of you. But Mew2King is just ready, and he like will back up just enough to not be hit by the counter swing, and then hit it again. That's really like been what's getting him all this damage, all this mileage in this match. Wow, he's still living.
Outstanding DI there from Mew2King. Now another problem I'm seeing.
Wow, drops
right
just
here,
low enough to avoid it. That was very skillful.
Another problem I'm seeing here right now is that it seems that every time Nairo gives up the lower four, you know, if he's above Mew2King, Mew2King goes on an absolute tear. He gets a disgusting juggle, and he's done a consistent job of doing that. But that same flaw is being shown in Mew2King in the fact that if Nairo starts taking Mew2King out horizontally, Mew2King is forced to respect him, knowing that a Nairo loop could come at any moment and cut his stock short at potentially 70, 80, 90, like we've seen from Nairo so many points. So it's very interesting to see the vertical versus horizontal battle that continues on throughout the stocks.
Mew2King just did 80 damage in one combo.
And it's something that needs to be respected. That's why these guys, they know their areas. Ooh, wow.
Wow. That was actually pretty grimy.
Wow, and the scoop loop.
All right, let's see if Nairo can make a 90% deficit disappear and then go on to carry it all the way into another stock.
Mew2King, great job countering that up air over the ledge from Nairo.
Wow, that was crazy.
Caught him teching.
That was some like perfect control stuff right there.
One of those few moments where teching definitely was not the best choice.
No, not at all. Tech rolling in this game is actually pretty slow. In a lot of situations, it's pretty bad to tech.
Oh, wow, and as we saw right there, Nairo getting 53 out of it already. And there it is.
No way!
And as I told you, those horizontal tears.
Yo!
That Nairo loop, what was the percent there?
Yo, that was like 65 he just died.
Yes! Those are the percents you got to watch out for.
God.
I'm telling you, and Nairo knitting it together. Knit. Just making up combos as we go here and nailing the beautiful, beautiful finish at that shuttle loop.
That was astounding, man. And he caught the ledge so perfectly, too.
Yeah,
that was so fresh and so clean.
That was the bouginess of it. Just, oh, that's my ledge. I knew it was here. Yep. Like a bar of Irish Spring.
3, 2, 1, go!
So here we are again, Yoshi's.
Yeah, I'm surprised Mew2King went back to the same stage. Especially, well, I guess it was his counter pick to begin with. So, now that this is the final game of the set, everything rests on Yoshi's Island right now. Wow, I love Mew2King's use of, like, dropping up airs. He always, like, he'll just fastball below you so you can't possibly swing a down air successfully at him. And it's like, no, I'm just going to cover myself while descending because there's nothing you have to reach me.
And that's where he opens up all those combos on Nairo. He gets the one stray up air, he follows him out a little bit, catches him over committing, as you said, throwing out an aggressive option to try and beat the spacing, and Mew2King right there to follow up every time.
I noticed during that last huge, like, 80% combo that Mew2King landed last game, Nairo started mixing it up and trying, like, to air dodge out of pressure, and Mew2King adapted immediately. He's like, oh, so instead of being, like, you know, Nairo, aka not very much like the average Meta Knight, he's going back to regular Meta Knight tactics, so I already have a prescribed fix for this anyway, so I don't care that you're mixing it up.
Yeah, and air
That's what
dodging
makes him so lethal.
Oh, well, air dodging against Mew2King is so scary because, I mean, that's literally where the frame traps start from, is right in the air dodge.
Yep.
If you're starting off the recipe purposefully with an air dodge, well, don't be surprised if you if you come out with punishment soup.
Wow. Very nice by Nairo. Didn't do anything anything reckless to get back to the edge. You know, he knew that he could just kind of use the rest of his jumps safely up air instead of falling into some silly tornado from the edge or something. He definitely called Mew2King's bluff there.
And
Oh, he got center stage back. That was so ballsy of him to just stand there. He's like, no, I know you're going to whiff. But the second one got him. Would have been great to watch all three forward tilts whiff in Nairo's face.
Oh, man. But as always, like the strong half of a backhand, we see the back half of down smash come up on Mew2King's cheek as he finds his way knocked out.
Wow, perfect spacing by Nairo, walking right out of the dash attack range, responding with a grab.
20% differential here.
Well, Mew2King is reverting back to the standard, you know, back away with fairs approach, and Nairo's like, oh no, I'm just going to throw a shuttle loop at that, or I'm just going to wait for you to land and then dash attack you. Oh, and see, Mew2King just responded to Nairo doing Mew2King's own plan of backup and fair.
Oh. And Mew2King getting Nairo to cut it real close right there is a bit of what looked like almost body DI, putting Nairo in a rough position.
Oh, wow. Okay, very interesting call by Mew2King. I guess he really like had the hard read that Nairo was going to roll there because he just threw a down smash out like it was nothing.
Yeah, and predicting Nairo's rolls isn't exactly an easy thing. He mixes up rolls consistently and really uses them to whatever he needs to patch up and get another string started. So.
Wow, you know, I love Nairo's like his stage specific game. You know,
he just always knows.
He literally just he's like, oh well, you know, even though it's plainly obvious that the platform is actually there right now. Like, not many people are thinking about it as actively as he is.
Well, a lot of people aren't willing to put themselves in that position. They're scared to potentially mess up that shuttle loop and not be willing to do that. Whereas, as we've grown to coin the term Nairo loop, there's a Nairo loop specific variation on every stage. You know every stage is Nairo loop and why it's horrifying. And it's always so close to the boundary. It's always so capable of killing you. And as we saw, 65, 70.
Right, yeah. The only reason that this set is still occurring is because of the Nairo loop.
And it's like not even question too. Like it is the Nairo. You say Nairo loop, everyone knows what the hell a Nairo loop is. It's like, oh yeah, the Nairo loop. Like,
wow, but this last stock on Mew2King has really just pulled very strongly ahead.
Nairo, great instant edge hog there. And as we said it before,
don't count the kid out because he made it happen last time.
You'll be eating a fresh bowl of Nairo loops.
A delicious part of this complete breakfast.
With no affiliation to kicks whatsoever.
No, can't be having that.
Nairo loop brought to you by Kicks.
Oh, forward tilts right through the spot dodge. Oh, gnarly air dodge just past his down smash.
Man,
is he going to get the punish? Yes, spot dodges because he knows his shield is getting low. Very good awareness by Nairo. And that's it.
That'll close it out.
Not much you could do when you were above Meta Knight. And his glorious up air.
Now, this means that we're going to be seeing Nairo versus Bloodcross, if I'm correct.
Yes, Nairo versus Bloodcross.